Hello and welcome. It's few hours to Christmas and the Sunday Weekly Tonic, the Sunday Magazine Show, will be focusing our attention on the Christmas celebration. We have Christmas messages from President Bola Tinubu, as well as from the FCC Minister Nyesom Wike, as well as a spiritual message from the pulpit. We'll also bring to you on today's edition of the Sunday Magazine Show. We have much more, and we'll, of course, bring you our regulars, weekly news wrap, entertainment, and sports. Just stay. I am Ifoma Ojinza. We shall be right back. Thanks for staying tuned. President Bola Tinubu has felicitated with the Christian faithful on the commemoration of the birth of Jesus Christ. In his message, he described Christmas as a special time of the year for all Nigerians, and particularly for Christians who are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, who symbolizes hope and redemption. He said, for people of all faiths, this is an opportunity to enjoy the company of family, celebrate life, and delight in the gifts of love and friendship that makes life worth the while. This is also a time to look out for each other because amidst the festivities at this time of the year, for many will be tinged with sad news, some mourning the loss of loved ones, and others grieving the hopes that failed to materialize and the dreams that fell short. In the spirit of Christmas, reflecting the birth of Christ, the President enjoins all to endeavor to extend the warm embrace of kindness to those around us who need it, and let the multiple acts of kindness serve as a light that guides us into a happy and wonderful new year. For him, this year has been a time of transformation and relentless change in our country, acknowledging that the necessary reforms being implemented are to achieve a more prosperous, peaceful nation for all have imposed unique sacrifices. He pledges his administration's readiness to implement palliative measures to ease the burden on the most vulnerable, address current hardships, and alleviate the suffering of all nations' people. Meanwhile, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has felicitated with residents of the territory on the 2023 Christmas, which he describes as a season that transcends borders and brings people together in a spirit of love, compassion, and goodwill. In a message signed by the Director of Press to the Minister, Anthony Oguleye, the Minister says the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ holds immense significance to all, as it symbolizes the birth of hope, promise of renewal, and the enduring power of kindness. The Minister urges all to reach out to one another, especially the less privileged ones, with open hearts and hands to foster a sense of togetherness and understanding. The Minister described the fact microcosm of Nigeria's rich diversity, which is a testament of the strength that comes from unity, promising to remain steadfast and resolute in his administration's current efforts to implementing projects that enhance infrastructure, promote economic growth, and foster a better quality of life for all residents. He advised residents to also meet their obligations and join hands with the administration on its quest to building a befitting capital territory by remaining law-abiding in all activities, especially in the areas of sanitation and traffic management. He assures that security has been beefed up across the territory throughout the duration of the festivities, but call on residents to be security conscious and reach out to the security agencies whenever they notice anything out of the ordinary. He wishes all residents a very merry and memorable Christmas celebration. In the meantime, the Federal Capital Territory Police Command enjoins residents to go about their lawful duties even as they celebrate the season. This is contained in a press statement signed by the command spokesperson, SP Josephine Ade, giving the commissioners assurance of safety during the Yuletide season. The statement is in reaction to a recent publication credited to one Opaoluwa, stating that Abuja is not safe. According to the police, the publication, which is not only misleading, is also a falsehood and a figment of the imagination of the writer. The command therefore enjoins the residents to enjoy the Yuletide without any fear or apprehension, noting that a robust security arrangement has been put in place to forestall and confront any threats to public safety. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police FCT, CP Haruna Garba, notes that the command is intensifying efforts directed at zero tolerance to crimes and threats to public safety in the FCT. The robust security measures target crimes such as one-chance, kidnapping, amongst others. The CP equally warns peddlers of news capable of causing fear and apprehension to desist from such, noting that any attempt to disrupt the peace and serenity already enjoyed by the populace will be dealt with accordingly. Residents are, however, urged to take advantage of the following emergency lines to report suspicious activities as they enjoy the festivities. And the numbers are 080-3200-3913 or 070-573-37653. Now, Jesus Christ should be the essence of the Christmas celebration. This was the thrust of sermon delivered by Pastor Anthony Adebulugbe of the Christ Apostolic Church, Cited. Our correspondent also brings us the Sunday sermon from the Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church, Dakibiu.
Christmas is an important celebration.
Pastor Adebulugbe in his sermon pointed out that Christ is being taken out of the Christmas celebration in recent times, saying that the season is now being commercialized, which should not be. Christians, he says, must remember at all time the reason for the birth of Jesus Christ.
Now, what we find is that when we talk of Christmas, about shopping, Christmas gifts, commercialization. So the way to get Christ back into Christmas is to remember the essence and purpose of Christ coming in the first instance. And the essence of Christ coming in the first instance, like I said in the sermon, is to bring people to know who God really is.
It's not all about your family. You also have to give out to people, share love, and let people know the good message of God, why Jesus Christ was born.
How to show love and how to have the fear of God.
It was also all about Christmas and Thanksgiving to God at the Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church, Dakibiu, with a call on Nigerians to be patient with government as there are better prospects for the nation.
Every year, Christmas comes and goes, but this year is fantastic, despite all the challenges we are facing in the country. And I know year 2024 will be better for us in Jesus' name. We have seen the sign, and I know God is on the side of Nigeria. God is living in Nigeria, and God will continue to see us through.
Still on religious matters, Muslim faithful have been encouraged to never despair from the existence of Almighty Allah, but strive to remain on the path of Islam. This formed part of the discourse at the Nasrullahi Fati 10th Annual Youth Dawah Camp. Aisha Abdullahi reports.
The gathering of Muslim youth of the Nasrullahi Fati Society Federal Capital Territory branch observing their annual Dawah camp with the theme Empowering the Next Generation, Faith, Leadership and Technology. Theme speaker Hajia Taizir Ajala emphasizes on how handy the theme is and encourages Muslims to be more committed to whatever their hands find doing, taking the glorious Quran to be their guide. She takes inferences from Quran 2 verse 286, which states that Almighty Allah does not burden a soul with more than it can bear. NASFA spiritual father Imam Sharifuddin says leadership, faith and technology are important in building resilience in the upcoming youth.
By design as Muslims, our faith, we should have an unshakable, towering faith. When you read your book, every 5 daily prayer that you put your head on your mat, there's a comfort knowing that Almighty Allah, your creator, is sufficient for you.
To the next generations, the youth that are coming up, is these three concepts are very important in their life: the leadership, the faith, the technology.
Zonal Youth Coordinator NASFAT Youth Wing FCT describes the camp as an avenue for bonding and learning from scholars.
There is need for us to tap and explore the necessary opportunities for the growth and development of the youth.
For participants, the annual Zawa camp instills a new sense of self-being.
Every one of it is enriched with empowerment program, Sister Circle. During the empowerment program, you are taught hands-on practicals.
I get a lot of things from what they said, references to the Quran and the society at large. So I think from what they said, I'm able to believe it a lot, and I think it's going to be useful for me. I don't even think it's going to be useful for me.
Our camp is expected to feature entrepreneurship skill, build interactive community, and help one another to grow.
The management and staff of the Nigerian Television Authority have expressed condolences on the passing of the venerable actor Dejumo Lewis, renowned for his exceptional contributions to the iconic soap opera drama, The Village Headmaster. This is contained in the condolence message by the Director General NTA, Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos, on the passing of Dejumo Lewis. He recalls that the late actor, through his compelling performances, brought to life characters that resonates with audience across the nation, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of Nigerian television. He notes that his dedication, talent, and unwavering commitment to his craft made him a true luminary in the entertainment industry. In this time of grief, we stand together with the extended family while he shares the moment of grief with the family of the deceased. The DG states the authorities stand in honoring the life and legacy of a true Nigerian television legend. The FCTA Department of Reforms Coordination and Service Improvement has created a platform aimed at interacting with retired directors. This initiative is in a bid to tap from their wealth of experience and reposition the FCT administration for effective service delivery. Onoze Yakubu reports.
The meeting with the retired senior citizens on Directorate Keda, organizers say, is a step towards moving the nation's capital city forward. The FCTA Acting Permanent Secretary, Udo Samuel Atan, who stood in for the FCT minister, notes that the retirees played significant roles while working in different sectors of the administration, hence the need to tap into their knowledge and experiences.
You know, FCT will never carry last in every situation.
Your wealth of knowledge and experience is an invaluable asset to the FCT administration, and we are eager to tap into your insights as we continue to work together for the development and progress of the territory.
Retired and not tired, some of the senior citizens pledge their continued support for the administration anytime they are called upon.
For those of us in education, anytime we are called upon to make our contribution, we'll do the best we can to make sure that education in the FCT remains what it used to be.
This administration, they have done noble by calling all the retirees, all the senior citizens, and we are here together, and we are ready to volunteer to work and add more to the progress of the FCT administration.
The stakeholders are optimistic that this initiative will yield positive results of transforming the capital city.
The Karo Ochiriolu Ilu community in the FCT have been actively involved in helping members through various social programs. Moses Kuye reports that with presence in the 6 area councils of the territory, a new set of executives have been inaugurated in Buari Area Council.
Karo Ojire community, Oluilu, in the Federal Capital Territory are embarking on their first inauguration of its new executives right here in Buari, the Federal Capital Territory.
Notable traditional rulers who grace the occasion spell out the various responsibilities of these executives.
So I advise them to have patience and do whatever the elderly person asks them to do.
Serve as one, and we should encourage things.
The newly inaugurated executives pledge to work with other executives in the FCT to achieve the set objectives. Some individuals who distinguished themselves in the outgoing year were recognized with awards. They expressed gratitude, pledging to contribute more to the development of the Yoruba community.
Those who need to be empowered so that they can be able to do something for themselves instead of solely depending on others or government too.
As I say, the most important thing there is how our younger ones will come up.
We will continue to guide them aright, and we want them to intensify effort to look at the affairs, particularly the vulnerables.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas from Glow.
Unlimited.
Many thanks for being there. Chicken and turkey are both poultry meats that provide a healthy protein source. Well, it's Christmas and the rush for the former is causing the price hits to rooftop. Aisha Bashir in this report looks at the new trend that favors chicken against turkey.
Findings show that before the Yuletide season, turkey can grow within 20 weeks and will be ready for sale or used as meat. This depends largely on the breed of turkey raised by the farmer, since there are varieties of turkey, but only a few of these breeds can be raised for profitable meat production and sale. This accounts for its high cost. Little wonder many prefer to go for fish and chicken.
I'm facing where you get money in the buy turkey, and people in the buy chicken more than turkey because they don't have money to buy turkey. And their chicken they are selling like 10,000 a day, 15,000, 5,000, 7,000. Depends how you think be.
The popular saying, cut your coat according to your size, is the current situation Nigerians are adapting to, especially during this Yuletide season. I am here to find out why residents go for chicken or fish as a substitute for the usual turkey.
The chicken business is booming this year, unlike last year, just that the price has increased.
Last year we buy chicken 4,000, 4,500, but for this year it's 8,000, 10,000, 12,000, 14,000. It's outrageous. We want the price to go down.
It depends on the price. Whatever it is I can afford, that's what I will cook.
Further findings show that the economically disadvantaged people will want to buy chicken, fish, also at this time to save cost. A visit to most markets, cold rooms where fish and turkey or chicken are sold, reveals that people are buying more fish or chicken.
Many thanks, Aisha. Well, it's always Christmas chicken for me. Now, towards improving moods, igniting positive memories this season, homes, offices, streets of the Federal Capital Territory have witnessed aesthetics of all shapes of decoration. Serafina Okonumekwe shares these beauties with us.
Can you imagine a Christmas without decorations? I bet you would not hear such under any circumstance. A drive around the metropolis, Christmas announces its arrival as the streets are beautifully adorned with all shades and colors of lights.
we normally do is just to celebrate in order to bring out the beauty of the birth of Jesus. So those are the contents, why the interior and creativities are always implemented to that.
The feel is always of coziness and of family and of sweetness, and of course it's Christmas, so we have decorations everywhere. Don't forget the lights. We have lights, all sorts of lights, and then we have our tinsels.
For the promoters of aesthetics and decorations, the Christmas tree signifies the tree of life to humanity.
Christmas tree signifies the birth and the death of Jesus Christ together. That the branches and the shrubs signify the thorn crown put on Jesus Christ when he died.
As the world over commemorates the birth of the Savior of the world, it is worthy of note that Christmas comes with its unique colors that reflects healing, happiness, peace, and creating the right mood.
Well, I really can't imagine a Christmas without these decorations. Thank you very much, Serafina. Let's now bring you entertainment news.
Omagbemi Beji Faith Omajuwa, known for a popular Yoruba movie, Omi Agbere, starring Ibrahim Chata, Femi Branch, and Bimpeg Akintunde, adds new feather to her heart. Omajuwa completed a Fiscal Masters program at the CAP Film and Television Academy in association with the University of Southern California School of Cinematic Arts and Netflix, established by renowned Nigerian filmmaker Kule Afolayan. The CAP Film and Television Academy is a film production educational institution that provides aspiring filmmakers with industry knowledge through a comprehensive curriculum and hands-on learning from seasoned industry professionals. Omajuwa shared a post on her Instagram page to thank God for completing the program and now a certified movie producer. Meanwhile, 2003 has been a remarkable year for Nigeria's megastar Davido, who released his highly anticipated fourth album, Timeless, which churned out chart-topping hit songs and broke multiple streaming records. For the global pop star Rihanna, her favorite song of the year is Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys, which is one of the singles of his record-breaking fourth album, Timeless. According to Rihanna, who made this revelation in a recent interview, she has had Unavailable on repeat all year. Come February 5, 2024, Unavailable will be vying for the Grammy Awards for Best African Music Performance, as Davido will be hoping to pick up his first Grammy Award out of 3 nominations.
And here is Weekly News Wrap with Aisha Bashir.
Good to know that you're joining us for this week's News Wrap, where we will be highlighting our top stories during the week. I am Aisha Bashir. Before the president left for Lagos, he inaugurated the new board of the Nigerian Petroleum Company Limited and urged them to prioritize the welfare of the Niger Delta people and Nigerians at large.
What can we do differently to bring up profitability, production, high level, and good governance?
Also, the big story of the week is Port Harcourt Refinery to commence production after Christmas, says Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Henneken Lokpobiri, and his colleague, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources. And the federal government has announced transport 50% discount on luxury buses, transport fees, and free train services on interstate travels during this Yuletide period. Good news to travelers this season. Moving on, First Lady Oluremi Tinubu flagged off FCT Elderly Support Scheme, and 250 vulnerable elderly citizens aged 65 and above benefited from the Renewed Hope initiative. Another interesting story we brought to you this week is a story on Central Bank of Nigeria warning banks and point of sale POS operators to desist from disrupting circulation of the Naira or face sanctions. And last but not the least, in preparation for Christmas and New Year, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has ordered all commissioners of police and tactical commanders to deploy adequate personnel and resources throughout the length and breadth of the country to be able to curtail the rate of insecurity, especially during this festive period. These are some of the top stories on the news this week. Join us next week for another edition. I am Aisha Bashir. Compliments of the season.
We now join our sports desk for Sports Brief.
The Nigerian senior men's basketball national team, the Tigers, have been placed in Group B in the 2025 FIBA Afro Basketball Qualifier. After failing to pick the 2024 Olympic Games ticket, Nigeria's The Tigers are expected to be back in action in February 2024. FIBA Africa has in the official draw and dates released for the qualifier slated to begin next year. According to the draw earlier conducted on Saturday, the first window will take place from February 19 to 27, 2024. It will see the entries of Group B, E, and D. The final window of these qualifiers will take place from February 17 to 25, 2025. Meanwhile, newly crowned African Player of the Year Victor Osimhen was the star of the show in Napoli's 2-1 win over Cagliari, scoring an impressive header and providing a hard-fought assist. The Partenope had suffered 2 back-to-back losses in the league, failing to Inter and Juventus, but returned to winning ways at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona on Sunday evening, securing all 3 points in a key 2-1 victory over Claudio Reina's Cagliari. Osimhen was a leading figure in Napoli's win, scoring the opener in the 69th minute with a touring header. Minutes later, the Nigerian striker contributed again, working hard to lay a pass off to Kifcha Kvaratskhelia for the second just 6 minutes later. With Sports Brief, Wayne Dugu, NTA News.
And that's our package of the program this Sunday. And from all of us here, we wish you a Merry Christmas in advance. Good night.